மௌனம் ஸ்வரமா என் பொன் வீணையில் சொப்னம் மலராய் ஈ கை கும்பிலில் மௌனம் ஸ்வரமா என் பொன் வீணையில் சொப்னம் மலராய் ஈ கை கும்பிலில் உணரும் ஸ்மிருதியலையில் ஆரோ சாந்தனமா முரளிகையூதி தூரே.
Hello everyone. I think the relationship between a tutor and the final semester student is similar to the bond shared by Abhi in Ayushkalam, the character played by Jairam, and Balakrishnan, Mugesh's character. Abhi has given his heart to Balakrishnan. By doing so, he is no more. He can speak to Balakrishnan, but needs Balakrishnan to hold the child in his arms. He is helpless without Balakrishnan. The tutor cannot write the project for you. The moment a 5th semester student or a postgraduate student is informed that he or she has to submit a dissertation as a part of their course, the panic button is switched on. What is going to be my topic? How will I find the information? And what am I going to do with it? The whole enterprise is intimidating, even if you have some experience writing research papers or literary analysis. First things first, what is the difference between a dissertation and a thesis? Both terms are used interchangeably and they serve different roles in the educational systems of Britain and America. The word dissertation comes from Latin and means to examine and discuss. The word thesis and means to place a proposition. In countries which have the influence of the British educational system, like ours, dissertation is what you submit for your degree or your postgraduate course. It is more of a broad overview of the topic you deal with. A thesis, on the other hand, is an original idea that you place in front of the academicians. You defend your thesis and then you get a doctorate. The terms are used in the reverse order in the American educational system. That is, dissertation is used for the PhD and a thesis is used for degree projects. Regardless of the terms used, the purpose is different in both cases. For completing an undergraduate or a postgraduate course, you need to state your opinion or assertion about some literary work or works or literary characters or films. Then you have to develop that opinion of yours and show that you are competent in analyzing texts. For getting a PhD, you have to come up with an original idea and then substantiate that point. When we play cricket in our home, we make up rules which help us to keep the ball in play. Otherwise, someone might just smash the ball onto the road or break someone's window. So we create rules like if it goes outside the compound, you're out. Things like that. Everyone plays by those rules. But these rules do not work or do not apply when we play somewhere else. In your friend's home, you play by his rules. Just like that, we have style guides which guide us in how to write, where to put the punctuation, how to document sources, and so on. Academic writing is formal writing. It is not meant for writing vaguely or be creative and be ambiguous to your readers. Your readers must be able to clearly understand what you have stated in your paper. So there is a need to standardize the data that is presented. There is also a need to standardize the documentation of data and the sources from which they have been quoted. If each researcher follows his or her own style of documenting data, it creates confusion. Just imagine you hit a ball out of the ground and expect the umpire to award you 6 runs. Instead, the umpire raises his hands and signals that you are out. So there are different systems at play here. Following a style guide helps in this regard. We have a standard format and each one of you is expected to follow that. The style guide we are following is MLA. MLA stands for Modern Language Association. You might wonder what is the matter with these editions. Well, you write something, you publish it, and then someone tells you you have missed some important points or you have made some grammatical mistakes. But by then you have already printed 10,000 copies. So we sell those copies and then in the next updated edition, we make necessary changes. There will be plenty of editions out there. And if you want the reader to get exactly what you are trying to say, you need to mention the edition as well. As long as the book stays relevant and people are using it, the editions will keep on increasing.